to Vlogmas number 6 and probably the last Vlogmas. I have already been out on a morning walk with Saprush and I'm going to go wash my hair, prepare breakfast, but I want to show you a pill. This pill or pills, this is sodium butyrate in English, Mashlan sodu, sodium butyrate from Agnes. This is the bomb. I'm joking, but this has single-handedly healed all my stomach issues. I haven't taken any probiotics for over half a year, but I take sodium butyrate all the time. I was recommended that around a year ago from the Bioresonance Treatment Center, and I started to take it, and it has helped me immensely. It has been much better than any probiotics I've ever taken during all these years when I had Lyme disease and shortly after. When I came back from Egypt with lots of parasites, it healed me together with just a few treatments with bioresonance, but I only had like 4 treatments and I took these pills and all the parasites were gone, like in a blink of an eye, almost, like in 1 month. And I've been taking it now the last half year, every day in the morning. And it's amazing. If you have any stomach issues, loose stomach, gut flora issues, anything, this is going to heal you. I truly recommend it. I can't recommend it enough. No one is paying me for it. Agnes, I'm here for it. So if any of you who is watching me has health struggles, especially stomach struggles, do buy it. I'm slowly preparing breakfast. I've got some ham, mustard, I will prepare veggies, eggs are boiling, but I want to give a shout out for this bread. It's amazing, oat flour. It's similar to what I ate sometimes in Sweden. We of course have our own bread as well, but this just with butter is amazing, so delicious. For tea today, sometimes I have hot cacao, cocoa or different kind of tea, but today for tea it's black tea, lemon and clover. Again, it's a little later and I just was writing in my gratitude journal. First time in over 1 month. Maybe you think that I'm always on top of these things, but the last month has been crazy, to be honest, and I haven't had time, but I do feel calmer and happier when I do write, like in the gratitude journal, when I have more time to myself. So I started to do this again, and I want to talk about today's topic, which is connected to what I just said about my gratitude journal, about choosing joy no matter what, in spite of everything. And by the way, do you see this nice Christmassy blanket and Bola's sock? Yeah, who is responsible for that? You probably don't know this about me. I will share something that I've never shared. Is that generally I don't feel joy in my life. I think all my life I've struggled with negative thinking and negative thoughts, and I've spent years trying to feel more positive and think more positive, because the most important thing is to think positively, then you will feel a little bit more positive, not the other way around. And you might think that this channel I often talk about mindfulness and being grateful and happy, that I feel it, but I will tell you honestly that most of the time I don't feel joy. I celebrate the small moments. a nice cup of tea, a good book, cuddling with Saprush, and so on. But most of the time I don't feel joy, and those small moments, they are not enough to feel joy all the time. And you might think that I feel joy all the time, happiness, but that's not true at all. And I want to tell you, if you're not feeling that, you're not alone. And I think it has to do something with me being a highly sensitive person, a HSP, having an HSP personality. That can be a disadvantage in life. We are extremely emotional, these kind of people. Our nervous system works differently, so I get affected by a lot of things, and I haven't been spared by hardships. Apparently around 10-15% of the population are HSP, so we are quite a lot. But yeah, I think we who have this kind of personality, we are more prone to having mood swings and feeling melancholic or wistful or thoughtful, but not having like that feeling of joy. And of course, I'm not sharing a lot of things, like bad things that are happening. I'm not saying that I haven't talked about things that happened before I started my channel, but I'm talking about things that happened since I've started my channel in 2019. There's been like 3-4 really hard things that I never talked about because they're private, because they're not concerning only me. They concern other people, my husband or my family, or just the two of us, or in general. And I intend to keep it that way. Maybe you think that I shared most of the things because I shared some parts of my health, but again, it's only some parts. I haven't shared a lot of things about my health, or because I did mention that I lost my job. I was thinking if I should share it, and probably in the beginning of my YouTube journey I wouldn't be sharing it. But I thought, you know, why not? You should talk about some hardships, but that was, you know, one thing that only was concerning me. And I did share it like a month later when I had time to process it and already started to look for new jobs and having some opportunities coming my way, possibly. So that's how it is with me. I've struggled with negative thinking all my life, and I try with all my power to be positive, but yeah, it doesn't always work. But this whole channel is also about this, where I am trying to catch those beautiful moments. So maybe if you're similar to me and joy doesn't come naturally for you, I want to encourage you and myself to always choose joy. It's not easy, but there's one main reason we should, and that is, you know, what's going to happen soon on the 24th of December, when Jesus Christ was born, our Savior, our hope, and we can be saved and we can be redeemed and we can find eternal joy. So that alone should be and can be and must be a reason to feel joy, in spite of hardships or problems, or if you're naturally just prone to seeing things negatively or think negatively. And how to do that, how to find this joy, just remind yourself. I remind myself. I have different routines. Sometimes they go out through the window. I have some rituals, I have some ways that I know can bring me joy, or things I like to do. But the most important thing is just to remind yourself and take a deep breath and say, I feel joy. No matter what, I choose joy. You take a deep breath and you say, I choose joy, no matter what. And you remind yourself all through the day, every day. That would be my number one tip. Just taking a deep breath and saying, I choose joy. And saying in the morning, I choose joy. Saying in the evening, I choose joy. I have a reason to be joyous, even though I might not feel it. I still have reasons for it. And also, be kind to yourself, and by that I mean, like for example, you might think that I have everything like cleaned. You might think, maybe, I don't know, that everything is organized, or I have cleaned everything or whatever, but I will tell you, I haven't cleaned the windows for over a year. I haven't washed the curtains, and I intend it to be this way this year because I have no desire and I had no energy for that. Also, we are going to move out from this apartment next year, and maybe we'll do these things like cleaning the windows when we are moving out. But the previous years I would have been thinking and feeling that I must, and I'm going to prepare everything. But I've done it in the past, and then things didn't turn out like around Christmas the way I wanted it to turn out. Sometimes some other bad things happened around Christmas, so I didn't feel joy. So, what I want to say is that be kind to yourself. You don't have to do many things at all. I don't. And summarizing, choose joy. Take a deep breath and say, I choose joy. And Lord, please help me feel joy. And that's what I do. And many times it works. Sometimes it doesn't work. And that's what I want to wish you all for Christmas soon, for Christmas, to choose joy and choose to find love and choose love, because that's the most important thing. I'm going to bake a pumpkin cake. Now we still have one pumpkin left from the countryside. We mostly cooked lentil and pumpkin soup and baked pumpkin cakes or pies. So I'm not going to show you that because you already know the recipe, but I need to grate it. And later today we are going for the Warsaw Christmas Fair. That's very exciting, so you will see that. For snacks today I'm having a mandarin, some walnuts that we picked ourselves. Some of these are going into the pumpkin cake. And these, I don't know, I found them very tasty. Small bagels, like crackers, hot cocoa. It's snowing a little, couple of -degrees. So for dinner today we have a mixture of things, some leftover turkey liver with apple. I like liver with apple. And we are also going to have something Christmassy, Polish, dumplings with cabbage and mushroom. They are bought, so we are boiling water. I'm going to throw them in here. Liver, broccoli, cabbage dumplings, pineapple juice, butter, yogurt. We are on our way to the Warsaw Christmas market. We haven't been for a few years there, so I'm looking forward to it. And we'll see the decorations and see what's going on there on a small date. want to take the advantage and wish you all a Merry Christmas, a blessed, wonderful time with your families. Thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful Christmas.